So, I have been trying to film this video for the last half hour, and then some issues came up. First, I showed personal information by accident, and then there was also the cat was getting into something, and then the cat was screaming for me, and then doing something else, and I was rambling on too long about things. So, this is the second attempt, and I've just exhausted myself talking for the last half hour. So, anyways, I'll get to the point. What I was going to show you guys is kind of the stages of my photos. So for the last picture I put up, I'm not going to go into too much detail, and I won't show you how I did the edits because it does take a fair bit of time. Easy? Wow, that's a great sentence. It does take a fair bit of time, even for the easy stuff. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of photos here. There is one pose here which basically has 20 photos, and only one of those photos is good, which it ended up being this one here. And so what I did with this photo is I take the raw photo, I put it into a converter thing, convert it to JPEG, and then from there I'll usually go and crop it to about here or so, as you can see, like what I did with the finished result that I just showed. Or I just posted. I don't know if I should. I don't know what I just did now. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah. So I'll crop it like and fuck. I can't speak today. I'll crop the damn picture somehow. And I'll be like, oh, maybe it looks better this way. Maybe it looks better that way. Maybe we'll just center it. Maybe we'll get rid of more of the top there. You can see my clips. Um, and I try and just see how it looks good. And then from there, I throw it in Photoshop. And once it's in Photoshop, I go and I play around with the lighting and colors and the shadows and things. And I try to make it closest to what everything looks like in real life. So how stuff looks in this photo here, the colors actually all got washed out. I had an issue with the lighting here. That tends to happen since I shoot in such a small corner and I shoot inside, and I have very yellow inside lights. And even though I have photography lights, depending where I stand against the backdrop does make a difference on how the lighting is picked up. So sometimes the lighting comes out how it's supposed to, and sometimes it comes out brighter or darker, and here it did like the washed out thing. So I had to try and get everything back to the color it should originally be. So in real life, all the colors are like this, well, except for my eyes, obviously. Yeah, so I go around and I fiddle with that. I then go around and fiddle with like removing anything like, for example, I have just age spots and things like that. And sometimes I remove my lines on my face. I don't have them removed here because when I tried to remove them, it just made me look like a blow up doll. So if I can remove my lines and have it still look natural, I'll do that. But I only do that if I have really, really harsh looking lines. Sometimes it's due to like tiredness or lack of water or like just old age and also like just unflattering lighting. But I try and keep them in if I can. If it's an older character, I usually keep in the lines, but Cheryl is a younger character. So yeah, I actually did keep in all my necklines here and my nose lines and my face lines and stuff because it wasn't too bad. And to try and take them out, it looked really bad, so I just kept them in. I did take out like some spots and things here, just because it does make my skin look a lot cleaner. And she's got a very like airbrushed look because of course she's an anime character. And then I added in the eye. So when I do the eye stuff, I only change the eye colors if the character has like a very bright eye color that's like really noticeable and stuff. If they have a dark eye color, I don't bother because my eyes are dark and I feel the look looks more or less the same, even though it's not like completely accurate. I think it's good enough. I don't enlarge my eyes or anything like that. I will sometimes do it with a bit of makeup, which you can see here. But my eyes are actually very wide, and they are like this pointed. Um, so there's actually pictures I have where I haven't done this to my eyes, and they look pretty much like this. Of course, the line on the bottom here isn't as thick, but I do have like a huge white part of my eye, if that makes sense. And I do have where they point out quite a bit on the corners and even in here. Like this looks like I have eyeliner on here, but there's no makeup from this part here, like on the eyelashes or I have eyeshadow on, but it's like a light pink. But I don't have like eyeliner and stuff all here. And here I just put a bit of mascara on the end of my eyelashes, but it looks like I have false eyelashes on the top, and I just have them on the bottom here, right? Um, yeah, so I do have very cartoony eyes. Same with my nose is pretty cartoony too, so I don't have to do too much to that. I don't really. I do often have to change the shape of my lips because my lips are pretty tiny. Yeah, so they're not bad. They're like I have very nice lips. They're not too big or not too small, but a lot of times I notice the characters have bigger lips than me or smaller lips than me, so I have to adjust them. So like I did that for here. Yeah, that's about as much as I change. I go and I sharpen the edges. I don't denoise anything because I don't like that it does some weird stuff, and I do know like that keeps some of like the speckle stuff going on, but I prefer to have stuff clear looking and kind of grainy than kind of too airbrush looking and a bit fuzzy. So yeah, I despeckle stuff. I use the shake reduction thing. Oh no, I don't despeckle stuff. Sorry, I use the shake reduction thing, and then I use what is it? The thing to sharpen the edges. And I don't sharpen the whole photo because that hasn't looked so great. I've done that in some photos, but I don't like it too much. Yeah, and then, like I said, I try to be careful with the airbrushing. I have some pictures where I have airbrushed them a little too much, and you can tell it doesn't look so great. And then from there, I throw it into a thing with a bunch of different filters, and I just have fun playing around with the different filters here, which if I can find the picture. So it's more or less like I use almost like stamps, and I just decorate with stamps. So I haven't adjusted like the coloring and stuff here. The coloring is all the same, which is cool because it looks like I've made a difference in the coloring, and I haven't touched the lighting or anything like that at all. I have literally just added in stamps, and it's kind of cool how just having these things around it has changed the look of the lighting. So there's a bit of a lighting adjustment from this effect here, just a tiny bit, but it's just like on the elbow. And same with I have a thing on the edges. But other than that, it's basically stamps. So this is stamp, this is stamp, this too, this as well. These things going across, this here, this one here. So there's a few stamps there, and it gives it a really different look. And then I put my watermark as well. Oh, and for anyone wondering why on DeviantArt I put the watermarks, like even though they go right across my face, because I don't want my shit stolen. And also, if you do want to see them without watermarks, you can go click my other links, and the other links don't have watermarks, so that's why I do put this watermark as well. And you can see like better quality there and stuff, like if you want to actually see what like the makeup looks like or some of the details on the costume and things like that. So that's the process of my photos. So it basically goes, it starts around here. Oh, that's too close. And then from there it goes to here, and then it ends up as this, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, not too much of well, this isn't a good example. Most of the time there's not too much of a difference from my photos. I can maybe show you some Mikoto ones here. Oh yeah, I have this shoot open here. This is a good example of like things not changing too much. So this is the base for Mikoto, and this is the end result for him. There you go. Same with this one here was another good example. Here's the base one. This was taken, like, I really didn't put an effort into the backdrop. It was just taken right after a convention. And you can see I didn't even set up my lights there. So this is taken with like room lighting. And I just took it really quickly. And it came out pretty good. I just wanted a close-up of the makeup. And then it came out to that. And so yeah, what I've done here is like I just added in a bit of a filter at the back to give this kind of drape thing more definition and stuff. I don't think I have any more pictures here. Let's just, yeah, I can't even show you the, let me see if I can show you the alto ones here. Yeah, I have to be careful going into my pictures here. Can I maybe do it this way? Okay, let's see. Oh, you can see all my stuff here. Okay. Indiana Jones. I've been to an Indiana Jones thing. The alto thing should be here. Yeah, I've gone to Animathon as well. Here we go, alto shoots. You want to see what else I have? Okay, let's also look at my stuff. DA stuff, blog pictures. I used to have a blog. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. That's the Indiana Jones exhibit I went to, and Christmas Week JD stuff. I used to go to Animathon. I don't anymore. I've gone to Icon. I made a Griff plush and some hair clips, so I took photos of that. Oh no, my cat's starting up again. Oh fuck. I cannot do these videos ever without some interruption. It's like having kids. There we go. Okay, so here's another good example of pictures here. I have to show you guys this photo here. It's pretty funny. I am like being judged in it. Probably not, but the guy's expression is priceless. I think it's this one here. I can't tell. I should be able to see him in one of the photos. So, for example, the alto pictures. Yeah, look at this guy. So, I'm just showing him because you can't really make out who he is too much, because his face is kind of fuzzy. So yeah, so people could walk past there. There's a whole thing to walk through. And yeah, I was taking pictures around here. So that's how the picture looked. And then it ended up into this stage here. So yeah, it did actually have that lighting thing coming in. That's actually there. And again, I fixed it to have the colors more true to how they actually are in real life. And then it ended up just like this, which this one really didn't have too many edits. You can see there where I took out my wrinkles. Because I did feel they were really strong here. I was pretty tired. I think this might have been the last day. Oh no, I've already taken them out there. But in the original picture I just had up there, you can see, where did I put it? I don't know where it's gone now. So if I go back to this one, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you can see that line from like a mile away. There's this really harsh line here, which is just going to clear up in a second there. And I took that out. Yeah. And then here the pictures are pretty much, I don't remember which one I used for, it looks like this one here. I need to delete some of these. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it's this is what I mean. Like I take a few photos and I only use like one of them. That ended up like this. Okay. And then it turned into this one. So yeah. And this is an example of my eyes being just naturally gigantic. So if we go without like the edits here, like these are just the cleanup edits. Like look how big my eyes are. I'm not joking. I do not have white eyeliner underneath here. That is just my eyes. And I do not have circle lenses or anything. Yeah, and again with the pointedness, I pointed them out just very slightly here. So my eyes are quite pointy. Yeah, there you go. That's what I do for the photos. That's the amount of editing that goes into them. I thought it's just kind of an interesting thing to see. What did this end up being? 15 minutes. So yeah, that's how much I edit my photos. I don't know if I'm going to post this now because I feel like this was too long. I suck at YouTube.